Right. The replacements for Pep have been listed. So you shortlist. So you've got Company on there. You've got Cesc Fabregas. You've got Andoni Areola. You've got Julian Nagelsmann. You've got Francisco. I think it's Tonali. I don't know. I don't know much about him. I'm surprised there's no De Zerbi on there. You've got Xabi Alonso on there as well, obviously, and Enzo Maresca. I'm surprised there's no De Zerbi on there, considering he was just resigned from Marseille, and he's been in the Premier League before, and we was linked with him in the past, when Pep was talked about going in the past. So I'm surprised he's not on the list. Maybe it's because of how he sort of ended up Brighton and ended up sort of leaving at the end of the season, that they didn't go for him, because I thought he played good football at Brighton. Yeah, towards the end, he did fall off a bit, and they were getting battered quite a bit. I think when was he there when we won 4-0 at Brighton in the 4-peat season, where I think it was De Bruyne, I think Foden scored, I think someone in the defence might have scored, but yeah, I remember that. I'm surprised. I personally want Nagelsmann. I've said that for a long time. But the thing is with him is it's the World Cup. If he wants to stay on at Germany manager, or if he doesn't want to stay on. If he doesn't want to stay on, then I'm all for getting him, because I think he's Champions League proven. He's worked with a lot of big quality players at Germany, and I think young players as well. So he could develop our young players as well. And I think he's a good manager. I've always thought he was quite good, and he was harshly sacked by Bayern. I think it was in It was in the treble year, middle of the treble year, but he got sacked before Bayern played us. And they got Tuchel in. I think if he wasn't sacked and Tuchel never came in, I think that game against us could have been completely different. And I think they would have had a better chance of beating us or knocking us out with Nagelsmann as manager than Thomas Tuchel. I wouldn't take Thomas Tuchel. I know he's not on the list, but I wouldn't take him. We need either a possession-based manager or someone with a similar style of play to Pep, or a similar sort of identity to Pep, and seal him. I think Nagelsmann, has got to be the number one, and then Company's the number two. And if you can't get either of them, that's when I think you go for Cesc Fabregas, because I think Cesc Fabregas, even though he might not be the best proven, I think he's got the style of play that's similar to us, and he's got Premier League experience as a player as well, so he knows the Premier League well, and he knows a lot of the City players, because obviously from watching the Premier League as well. So I don't think that would be a bad option either. But let me know your thoughts on who you would want in the comments section below. And we've got Fulham tonight. I'll do a reaction to that game as well tonight. Come on, you Blues.